Welcome back, brother. This content is for those genuinely interested in men's rights. It covers complex, controversial topics that may not suit a general audience. If you're not part of the men's rights community, this video isn't for you, so feel free to tune out now. I'm Conrad Riker, a writer and advocate for fairness, dignity, and respect for men. This movement isn't about division, but addressing systemic injustices in divorce, family law, and societal expectations. Inspired by hardworking men unfairly stripped of their rights, I write for balance and justice. Together we can change the narrative. Please like and subscribe if you appreciate this video, as it will help get the word out to those who need it. Thank you. Please relax and enjoy. This is an excerpt from The Silent Crisis, Men's Rights in a Feminized World. The Silent Crisis, Men's Rights in a Feminized World is an ebook available in all good stores. In this book, I'm going to share my personal experiences and observations about a subject that is very close to my heart: men's rights in a world that seems to be increasingly dominated by feminism. This book is not just about theory or academic discussions, it's about the real-life impact of feminism on men and boys. I've seen it firsthand, and I've seen how it's affecting my friends, my family, and myself. I'm not a professional writer or scholar. I'm just a regular guy who's been observing the world and noticing the injustice of female supremacy. I've been silent for too long, and I've decided to speak up. I believe that there are many men out there who feel the same way, who feel overlooked and unheard in discussions about gender equality. This book is for them. This book is also for women who are tired of the man-hating rhetoric of modern feminism. It's for anyone who wants to understand the impact of feminism on men's rights and fight for a more balanced society. It's for anyone who believes that gender equality should mean equality for both men and women. I'm going to cover topics like the history of feminism and its impact on men, the injustice of female supremacy, and the crucial role of paternity tests in family law. I'll also talk about the hidden injustices of the divorce system that disproportionately affects men, the psychological impact of feminism on men's mental health, and the need for male-only spaces in our modern society. I want to make it clear that this book is not for everyone. It's not for people who believe in female supremacy or who think that men's rights are not worth discussing. If you fall into that category, this book is not for you. Put it down and go find something else to do. This book is for people who are ready to take action and fight for their rights. It's for people who believe in a world where both men and women are treated equally. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything in this book. I'm not going to use fancy words or complex theories. I'm going to tell it like it is, because that's what needs to be done. I want to ignite a discussion, start a movement, and make a difference. I want to give men a voice in a world that seems to be silencing them. So if you're ready to join me on this journey, if you're ready to fight for your rights as a man, then let's begin. This book is for you. Thank you for reading. With the introduction completed, we are jumping to an extract from the book. Have you ever been wrongfully accused of something you didn't do? Can you imagine the horror of being arrested, jailed, and judged solely based on lies? Now imagine being a man in today's society. As the law stands currently, you are guilty until proven innocent. This is a stark contrast to the innocent until proven guilty maxim that forms the backbone of justice systems around the globe. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not suggesting that women do not face their own hurdles in society. Of course, they do. However, when it comes to false accusations, the pendulum swings heavily in the female favor. Let me illustrate this with a few statistics. According to a 2016 study by the National Sexual Violence Resource Center, 1 in 5 women will be raped at some point in their lives. A harrowing statistic indeed. However, what is less often discussed is that, according to a 2015 report by the U.S. National District Attorneys Association, between 2 and 10% of these rape allegations are false. This means that between 2 and 10% of the time, men are being wrongfully accused and their lives are turned upside down. And that's just in the U.S. Extrapolate these numbers globally, and you're looking at a silent crisis. A crisis that is not getting the attention it deserves due to societal beliefs that women never lie about such matters, and that men always have it easy. Now I know what you're thinking. Surely there must be laws to protect the falsely accused, right? There are, but they are woefully inadequate. In many jurisdictions, a woman can falsely accuse a man of a crime and face little to no legal repercussions. Sure, she might be sued for defamation, but that's about it. Meanwhile, the man's life is in shambles. This is why we need harsher penalties for those who make false accusations. And I don't mean a slap on the wrist type of penalty. I'm talking about real, deterrent-level consequences. Let's make it clear that falsely accusing someone is just as serious as committing the crime you're accusing them of. In addition to harsher penalties, we also need greater protection for the accused. This can come in many forms. For starters, Let's stop broadcasting the accused's name and photo all over the media before they've even been proven guilty. Let's give them the presumption of innocence that they are entitled to. Furthermore, let's provide resources for those who have been falsely accused. A man's life can be ruined by a false accusation. He loses his job. His reputation is tarnished, and he might even end up in jail. We need to provide a safety net for these men, a place they can go to seek legal advice, counseling, and job placement services. Finally, we need to address the systemic issues within the legal system that allow false accusations to go unchecked. This includes training for law enforcement officers on how to handle these sensitive cases. It also includes reforming the way evidence is collected and presented in court. For instance, why is it that a woman's testimony is often enough to convict a man, while a man's equally credible testimony is dismissed? Surely the scales of justice should be balanced, with each piece of evidence and each testimony weighed equally. Changes in the legal system also involve changing the culture surrounding false accusations. We need to start viewing these allegations as the serious crimes that they are, with real consequences for the accused. No more slaps on the wrist. No more boys will be boys excuses. Finally, as a society, we need to recognize and address the narrative that men are always the perpetrators and women are always the victims. This is simply not the case. Yes, men commit a majority of violent crimes, but they are also capable of being victims. And women, despite being victims more often than not, are capable of being perpetrators too. We need to start teaching our sons and daughters that false accusations are as bad as the crimes they are falsely accusing someone of. We need to start believing that men can be victims too. We need to start holding everyone accountable, regardless of their gender. False allegations are a serious problem that's hurting men worldwide. It's high time we directly tackle this issue, beginning with changes in our laws, the legal system, and how society deals with false allegations. We can't allow more men's lives to be ruined by lies. It's time for a change. Let's not let another man's life be ruined by a lie. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your interest in the silent crisis. Men's Rights in a Feminized World, available in all good bookstores. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, and God bless.